Hey, this is Matthew from Nerd News Today, and welcome to our San Diego Comic-Con 2019 coverage. Now, as you can tell by my surroundings, once again, we're not on the showroom floor, but that doesn't mean we aren't going to cover all the big stuff happening at SDCC this year. And it's already been a huge year. We've only been looking at things from previews night so far, since today's Friday. The show only opened up Thursday night for a little short amount of time. But just during that short amount of time, we got a lot of epic, huge reveals. And here's one of them that I was also very, very excited for, so much so that I got to start talking about these guys immediately. And that is NECA and their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line. Now, they brought a whole ton of new stuff. Some stuff we knew about, some stuff we didn't, some stuff we've seen, but to be quite honest, there's a lot of stuff that made some big, big epic debuts. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what NECA brought out this year. And again, this is only from preview night, so we don't know what they're going to show or if they may unveil anything else in the next few days. But this is everything we know so far and everything we've seen so far at San Diego Comic-Con 2019. So big shout out to the Toy Arc, as well as a few other sites you're going to see as we go through these photos for letting us use these photos. Well, they don't know we're using them, but we're using them. But hey, we're not showing every single thing they shot, so make sure to go to their websites and support their photos and their work. So here's a quick look at the Rooftop Diorama, which is available for sale from NECA. And so here's some of the new stuff that is available right now. There's going to be a whole new swath of Foot Clan soldiers, of Foot Clan ninjas, coming with different accessories. There's actually going to be a Foot Clan multi-pack, essentially. It's going to be like the ultimate Foot Clan figure set. And it's going to come with some of the new accessories you see here, including the new head that you see, that robotic respirator head. So here you can see a better shot of them. We have a Foot Clan guy with a fan. We have another one with a sword. Now, you're going to see a few different heads as we look through this, and right here you're seeing the two red foot symbols in their heads. There's also going to be a yellow one, apparently. So I don't know if I've actually seen it in the photos yet. I'm going to keep an eye out for it. But there's going to be a yellow Foot Clan head, and over there you can see down to the right is a new head for the Foot Clan. That's, I guess, the respirator mask. I'm not really too familiar with what that's from exactly, but I think it's just what they look like underneath the head, I'm assuming. It's been a while since I've actually watched the cartoons, but it's a very, very cool, unique-looking head to have in there. And it's always good to have more Foot Clan guys, because you can never really have enough of these. Who are we kidding? So over here, you can see now, again, another Foot Clan soldier with a police cap on, and we have a new Raphael, and brand new for the show, April O'Neil. So the Raphael and the other turtles you're going to see here, they're all going to be in their original studio-style colors you're going to see. That's going to be what's making them different from the rest of the figures that have been released so far. And it's very, very cool. You can see that very, very, very signature color for Raphael there. And he does come with that skateboard and the slice of pizza. And keep your eye out for the pizza, because we're going to see that a few times throughout this video. They're sneaking in pizza wherever they can, but that Raph is amazing. And again, that Foot Clan guy in the back with the police cap on, great touch. Can't wait to get that figure. So here now is April O'Neil, and this one is just a huge, huge reveal. She comes with a bunch of accessories. You can see the microphone in her hand. She has the turtle shell communicator, her camera, and her ransom note. If you guys remember that episode, tell me which one that's from, actually, because I'm trying to remember which one that is. I remember seeing it, but I haven't seen the show in so long I couldn't tell you what episode it's from, but I know there's some turtle fans out there who can. So here's a better look at April, and thank God she's wearing that banana jumpsuit, because, man, without that, there's no April O'Neil. But it's so great to have this figure. They really captured the essence of the cartoon version of April. I can just, hear her talking in my head. It's such a good figure. And, again, that microphone, really great touch. Now, here is another huge new reveal for the show. Casey Jones. We're finally getting Casey. He's going to come with a lot of stuff, as you can see here. He does have that signature golf club bag with him on his back, across his shoulders, rather. And it looks like he's going to come with 5 different weapons to hold, including a hockey stick. We've got the baseball bat. You can see the handle right there, in fact. It looks like maybe a tennis racket's in there. A cricket stick, I would assume, is going to be part of that. A lot of stuff. Man, I think it might be a stickball bat there, too, maybe? Not entirely sure. I'm sure we'll get some more information as the show goes on about what he's actually going to come with. But that's still a lot of weapons. And again, just nailing the image of Casey Jones. Now here is Michelangelo, again, in those very signature colors. And what's important to note here is if you look in the bottom left, yes, he's got pizza, and that is the ice cream sardine pizza. Amazing touch. There's also a box of open pizza right there. Now, those are both just so great, but come on, we're finally getting the ice cream sardine pizza. What else do you need? Now here is a shot of Rocksteady, along with Leonardo and Battle Damage Foot Clan guys for the first time ever. And yes, that is a Mouser as well. You can see right next to Rocksteady's feet there. So that's going to be really exciting to get. Now, we actually saw Bebop and Rocksteady at Toy Fair, already revealed, but now they're closer to the release date. So we're getting inches closer to getting these guys. And again, just to remind everybody at home that all these figures are going to be available in 2-packs at Target exclusively. Now, Target had a lot of distribution problems with NECA. I'm hoping that they've resolved some of that as this future line continues, because they're making big plans for this line, apparently. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. So here is Leonardo, again, in those signature colors. Really bright 90s green, bright 90s blue. And what's really more important to note here is that Foot Clan guy. Because, we've seen the Turtles before, but check out the Battle Damage Foot Clan guy. He's being sliced apart. So how that's going to actually be sold, I don't quite know yet. But we are going to get Battle Damage Foot Clan guys. And there's a different one over here. So there are two different types, I believe, with two types of battle damage. And here is Donatello. And yeah, your eyes did not deceive you. That is a Rodney droid. And he's got smoke coming out of his leg there. So I guess this way, you don't have to worry about having to keep him balanced. Because that little part of his wheel there, that part of his tire, I believe it's going to be attached to it. I don't think it's removable. So that's going to help him stand up, which is good. And again, there is Bebop. We saw him at Toy Fair already this year. But we're getting closer now to the release date. So hooray for that. Looks great. Gonna have to get all of these. At least in my head, I'd like to get all of these, but will that actually happen? Good luck. Because, again, Target had a lot of distribution problems, but let's hope. So over here is a very, very cool diorama. And we've got a whole bunch of reveals here. We've got Leatherhead. You got in the middle Slash. And making his grand debut, Metalhead, all the way in the right corner next to Shredder and Krang. So there's a lot of Easter eggs actually in this if you pay attention. In fact, if you look real quick at the top right, you'll see something we'll get a photo of later on. But for now, here's a picture of Metalhead. And last night when I did my live stream, I was actually so taken aback by how good this figure is that I just didn't know what to say for a while. Because Metalhead is one of my favorite figures of all time from the Turtles line. And it's so great to see NECA doing him and giving him the right treatment. Man, I hope they show some more photos. I haven't seen any shots of the back of him yet. But that was always one of my favorite parts, was his shell. But again, this is such a great... I'm already again speechless because I'm just so excited to get this guy here. Oh, man. Metalhead is brand new. He made his debut last night or previous night. It just looks great. Everything about it looks great. The only thing that could have made it better is maybe a metallic deco to him. Maybe that'll be a variant. Who knows? Now, there is Slash. And we're going to be getting two versions of Slash this year, apparently. We're going to be getting the cartoon version that you see here. And there's also going to be a video game version, which I think we've already seen. That was, I think, teased on their social media, in fact. He's going to come with a few different accessories, including that little thing I teased before. We'll get a shot of later. I'm pretty sure it's going to come with him. Now, over here is Leatherhead. Again, we saw him, I believe, not that long ago either. But what's cool to note about him, not just the fact that he has a ton of accessories, it's more so just what's in the background behind him. And if you take a look at those little red aliens, yes, those are baby pizza aliens. Is that a sign of things to come? Is that an accessory that's going to come with somebody? We don't know yet. Now, speaking of Easter eggs here, this was in Pixel Dan's video. I got a quick shot of this. Randy told them to take a look at that viewing screen behind them and look out for things and check out who's there in that screen. I believe that is Stegron was his name, and that looks like a new figure to me. Or if it's not, it could be an old Playmates, but I think that's new. And again, another Easter egg, which I kind of preluded to earlier. There is Baby Slash with his palm tree. That's on top of the diorama at the NECA booth right now. So how adorable is that? Now, I don't know if it's going to come with Slash. I'm kind of assuming he is, but it might just be for this diorama only. Maybe if we make enough noise, they will include it, but let's keep an eye out for it. And again, that's also from Pixel Dan's video, as is this. And Krang we already have previously gotten, but look what's in Krang's hands. Yeah. So is that what we're going to be getting later on from NECA as well? I really, really hope so, and I hope they make it to scale. That would be just an amazing figure to get. And can you imagine it being in scale with, the other figures they've done? For example, the Alien Queen or Ed 209. Just any of those really large-scale figures. Wow, that's just amazing. So again, let's just take a quick run through everything that's going on here. So many new toys making their debut, and just what a great diorama setup. I mean, NECA always brings it. They're always one of my favorite booths to visit, at Toy Fair especially, and SDCC, they do not mess around. Now, in addition to the Turtle stuff, they do have a lot of other toys from Aliens, Predator, some of their horror licenses, and other movie licenses. We're going to cover those in a different video, but for now, we're just going to take a look at these guys one more time. There's the Foot Clan once again, and they're going to be sold as a pack. Oh, man, this... Now, I'm going to assume it's going to be a 2-pack, so maybe that'll mean we'll have a normal Foot Clan guy and then a battle damage body as well in that pack. That'll be determined later on. I don't know if Randy said anything yet about it. So, something else Randy did actually say, though, was about the distribution. Now, NECA has had some distribution problems worldwide, granted as well as domestically, which we already covered, but a lot of fans worldwide have wondered how to actually get these toys, and they've had a tough time finding them. So in the past few months, especially since Toy Fair, they've really expanded their overseas abilities to distribute figures. And so they said that with this new waves coming out, they're still kind of playing catch-up with the first wave, but they said that things will improve and that they are working very hard. And so worldwide, everybody should have a better chance of getting these. So that's at least the upside. What that means for you guys, I don't know if that means toy stores. I think that mostly means just distributors that they have partnerships with now. But again, if you're worldwide, you're going to have a better chance of getting these guys now. You're not going to have to pay exorbitant eBay prices to get them. You're now going to have a better chance of paying proper retail, or at least retail with a little bit of markup for all those shipping fees. So that's a big plus for anybody out there international who are watching this video right now. In addition, we also have, as we scroll through this, I'm going to probably mention a few other details of the figures, but in addition to that, Randy has mentioned that this is not the end for this line. They have very big plans for what's going on. In fact, in an interview he did with Pixel Dan, he mentioned that there's going to be 2 coming out soon, Secret of the Ooze figures. So he didn't say what they are. He said they're top secret, but that could mean Toka and Razar, which will be really great to have finally those guys. I mean, it could also mean a whole bunch of other characters, but most likely it's going to be those guys. And they also said at New York Comic Con, it's hopefully when we're going to see those, but New York Comic Con and Toy Fair, we're going to see a lot more things in the animated license, in the video game, probably the movies as well. And he said 2020 especially is going to be a very, very, very big year for the Turtles. So 2020, they're basically going all in at that point with the reveals. So this is going to be a very, very expansive line, and we're still missing a lot of key characters. We still don't have actually live-action versions of Casey and April. Maybe we'll get them as well. There's a lot of characters we still haven't covered yet, and especially in the cartoon universe. If they're going to go that deep, I mean, we're going to get some really, really great figures soon. And, another thing, too, I like about these figures is the articulation, the detail. NECA has really improved their articulation over the last few figures, and they're getting, they were always good to begin with, but now they're just way, way better than they were in the past. And I got to just marvel over that Casey Jones again for a second, because, wow, that looks really good. And yeah, by the way, for anybody asking out there, yes, if you haven't bought these figures before, just in case you don't know, yes, that chain on his nunchucks is metal, so you actually can swing the nunchucks around. And what you're seeing in his left hand there is the spinning nunchuck accessory, so that's just a translucent disc that attaches to a separate nunchuck handle. Very, very cool. And by the way, since we're talking Turtles, underneath it you can actually see the 18-inch Shredder and a Foot Clan guy. So we're not going to really talk about those guys because we've seen them before. They're not anything that's new as far as I can remember. But at least they're there, they're in person, they're getting closer to the release date if they're not already out there. I don't collect the 18-inchers, so I don't really know a ton about them. So, really loving the free pizza stuff behind there in the diorama. That stuff does not come with the diorama, none of those things are, they just kind of make them for the dioramas. In this case, I mean the diorama for presentation and not for what's for sale. We've actually talked to some of the guys who make them, and they have a few people who work on these really cool dioramas back there at NECA. Such a great job, it really helps sell the figure, but really, these figures don't need any help being sold. They just look so, so good. And again, I'm hoping they all come with like more pizza, because you can never have enough pizza for these figures. You really can't. So we're just going to finish up scrolling through these photos, like real quick one more time. But again, like NECA does such a great job with the Ninja Turtle franchise, and the fact that they have such big future plans for them makes me so excited to see what's coming out soon. Again, we got Mouser Droids, we got Rodney, we now have Dimension X potentially coming in. We got some of those figures. Brand new Slash. We're going to go look at those guys in fact in another minute or so. So many great new figures. And again, San Diego Comic-Con is not over yet, so there's still a good chance they might throw a surprise or two in their booth by Sunday. So if that happens, of course, we'll do a live stream and we'll update everybody on all the new reveals that happened on that final day. Because there's bound to be a lot more news. And, you never know what NECA's going to do. A lot of companies like to bring out random surprises towards the end. So we'll see what happens. And again, just speaking of that awesome diorama, how cool is that? And yeah, that blue dimensional portal viewer screen, whatever you want to call it there, that is an actual, I think there's a tablet in there possibly, and it's changing images constantly, and that's where we got that image from Dimension X of a potential new release coming soon, that tease. So yeah, again, great diorama. I wish they sold these, man. They'd be so great if they sold these, but they don't, so we have to just enjoy them through photo form. And again, there's Metalhead, one of my all-time favorites, coming back to us. So many good figures. So we're going to wrap this up, I think, here, since we're just wrapping up at the end of the pictures. So San Diego Comic-Con 2019, we still have a few days of the event left, and there's going to be a lot more to talk about. So make sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it out there with your friends on social media, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel, because we're going to be doing a lot of updates throughout this weekend, as well as live streams, so you don't want to miss that. We can chat, we can talk toys, whatever else news is going to happen. Because it's SDCC weekend, there's so much going on. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate the views, appreciate the shares, anything you can do to help this channel grow and to help us talk toys more, because we want to do this as much as we can. So, I'm Matthew from Nerd News Today. That's Leatherhead. Those are baby pizza aliens. So great. We'll see you guys next time. We got a lot more toys to talk about. See you soon.